Hello everybody. So hopefully just a short video. As I've mentioned before, I'm doing a renovation of an old house fairly shortly, and I'm trying to get some tools in order to do so. And now a shovel like this is a very handy tool to have doing good renovation work. Now I found both the pan and the handle in the skip separately at some point. The issue with this shovel is it's broken on the weld. Now it's quite common for them to break on the weld. It's a weak solution. I've seen other solutions, but it's been a problem for a longer of period of time, I guess. Now I've had it for a while and I've always envisioned me fixing this. Apparently the best way to do it is before it's broken, weld it up over there, but I can't weld myself, so that's an issue. So I never got around to it, but I need it now. So what I thought of doing, with me not being able to weld obviously, is clamp this up, drill it through and through, clean this nail up a little bit, slide it in from the inside, and then pin it over and close it up that way. So I think that's a possible solution to fix this issue. So I'll make this nice and flat, and I'll take the ears off over there, so it's not protruding too much, so it won't affect the handle, hopefully. So yeah, let's give this a go. So the rivet is in, as you can see, and I think the blade closed up quite nicely. This is the inside. Now I could have maybe made that head a bit smaller actually, but I haven't, and I think it's alright. It was a bit of a challenge, trying to guess how long to leave the nail. I had to shorten it a couple of times, but I think it turned out alright. I maybe could have left it a bit longer last time, but I think it's alright like this. So I'm happy with how this turned out. As you can see, there's a bit of rust in there that I'll clean out, and this is a bit sharp where the screw goes through, and it's already damaged the handle a little bit. So I'll file that down, and now this thing probably was quite rusty when I found it, and I've already cleaned it. I don't really remember. There's a bit of rust left in there that I'll have to take out, and some new spots of rust because I've used it in the snow a few weeks ago. So we'll clean all of that up. We'll clean the edge up a little bit, and then we'll move on to the handle as well. Because I was touching this. This is quite rough. Can you tell? It's quite rough, and I thought that wasn't the best thing to handle. Personally, it's quite rough. It's solid, but again, this is not completely flush. So if there is a bit of test sanding on there, you can get it quite very smooth with just not much effort at all. So I thought it'd pay off to get this part of the handle really smooth, and round these corners over a little bit so they're not as sharp as they are at the minute, and then just oil it with boiled linseed oil. I think that's the best way to go for garden tools. The rest of the handle is quite good shape, so there's not much to do. I've already went over it with some wire wool. It's quite smooth. I might go over with some wire wool again to get it extra smooth. That's probably the extent of what I will do to that. Here you can see the damage of that sharp bit that I'll take out. So yeah, let's finish this little project up. I've used my little railway anvil and the horn of the railway anvil to put the to do the riveting. Put it over like that. So that's how I've done that. So that'd be interesting to show. So I'll clean that up, and then I'll finish the rest of the project. Right, here it is, back attached again to the handle. I've put some red in there just to mark it as mine. I would ideally put some initials in here somewhere on the handle, but I'm a bit afraid to do that with leather stamp because it will be a bit crooked, I'm afraid. And I know my great grandfather had a burning stamp, with his initials, which were the same as mine, that I am able to find, but I can't get it hot enough to do a proper job like he did, because all his handles are stamped really cool. that's the thing for the future, hopefully. But it's on the handle again. I've rounded the edge a little bit on that, make it a bit, you know, a bit smoother. I've coated this with boiled linseed oil about 5 times because I find they tend to break over here where they get really dry. You know, it's been soaking in linseed oil, as you can tell. So I'll put some extra linseed oil on there over the coming days. The inside of the ribbon didn't pose to be a problem at all. A smoothed whole handle, looks nice and smooth. Sorry for touching the stand there. This one's nice and smooth, all flat. So I think that's just you know, a bit of an extra touch, making it a bit more comfortable, a bit better to use. So and nothing really spectacular, but just something that's been on my to-do list for, I'm afraid, maybe 8 years or so. It's been on my wall for quite some time. Been on my wall for years, not being able to use it. I don't coat that. I just use it and then I clean it, and I usually wipe some WD-40 over there. Seems to work for me. My shed's quite dry. So yeah, that's another one off the list. Thank you all for watching if you made it this far, and I'll hopefully see you again on another one. Right, bye bye.